better not be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones, they through. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on you. Yeah. I feel away my heart on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel.
Mais non mais j'ai pas eu le temps de... Oh putain.
Champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Back to throw. Knowles. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
24-yard line.
31 yards there and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
Looking to throw. Knowles. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Looking to throw on second down. Kane, and that is incomplete here. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on on third down, and third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
12-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw on 2nd down. Kane. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with counter. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Kane. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Kane. He gets it left side to Johnson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
10 at the 15-yard line.
from the gun, a give to Connor. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
The tackle by...
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know,
now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
By Larry Ogunjobi. A loss of 9 on the play.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
At the end of the first quarter, with the score Browns 7, Steelers nothing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Kane. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And some room to work. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Browns 14, Steelers 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there. On 3rd down, Kane.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
39-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knowles. And incomplete on the deep ball. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
To Nick Chubb.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
To throw on 2nd down. Kane, the open man here, Renfro. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Connor. A 1st down for Connor and then some. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Connor. The 20. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game.
Makes the score.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Knowles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. On 1st and 10, Kane. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph. That's a gain of 7.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Jordan Reed has it.
Have some of this!
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jordan Reed, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Steelers 17. Browns.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded right. And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score.
Steelers.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Browns 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Knowles completes it to Hardman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Complete.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts
It's a gain of 7.
as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st down, Knowles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Looking deep downfield. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Looking to throw on second down. Knowles. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Knowles taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
He's to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again. Knowles. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. Knowles. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have an excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Connor, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And
there he goes right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And it's up and good.
It's the score. Steelers 31. Brown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he rifles one incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Martin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
First down.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. His kick is right through.
The score, Steelers 38, Browns 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Following the penalty, Chubb gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Browns.
Back to throw. Knowles. They'll roll him out right. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. Room here to run. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return, but everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parker. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature.
Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he'll only get this to the 2-yard line, a near catastrophe. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
At his own 4-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
17-yard line.
And they take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, that was a 3rd long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their